Warning, this podcast actually contains Barbara.
Actually, and spoilers.
Oh yes, spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Gotham, Season 1, Episode 20, Under the Knife. I'm your host, Dom. With me, brand new host to ASOTV. Who are you?
Ted Ferguson. Say hi, Ted.
Who are you?
I'm Charles Huckabee.
Yeah, you.
Her.
Forget about it. Down below we have Clio.
Hello.
And over there's John.
Hey.
I still don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Is
Just
anybody-
Find out soon.
Huh?
Just wait, you'll find out.
50%
Oh.
of the problem, dumb.
Oh, it's true.
You're 50% of the problem.
I don't know. And Nikki is. I don't know where she went, but we got this new girl over here.
Zooey Deschanel, hi. Nice to meet you.
You sure
Wait,
it's
that
not
sounds
Barry?
that sounds an awful lot like Nikki.
Maybe just a little bit. Tiny bit.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't recognize her.
Just going along with it, but I really don't know what's going on.
You didn't notice her new haircut?
I did.
I don't even recognize her anymore. So,
I got a haircut. No one noticed.
Right,
So,
right.
I mean, fuck.
So, what'd everybody think of the haircut? I mean, episode.
Both amazing.
Good episode. Good haircut.
Good haircut. Good episode. Better haircut. Good episode. Good episode. Better haircut. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. I think the episode's on par with the haircut.
Really?
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, starting right off, Lee Silver in chat. Directed at Clio.
Me? No, he did this on Twitter too. Nobody else, just me.
Just Clio. Clio. Barbara mentioned the art gallery and had character development. There is progress.
I only just said this on Twitter now, but I did say I wouldn't call it character development, but I like what they did with her.
Wow.
I agree.
Wow, you... So, all this time that I've been talking,
wouldn't call it
they
character
may be
development.
able to do something with Barbara that would be interesting, and you guys all shot it down.
No,
Now
well,
you're like, oh, I liked it.
yes. But, okay, and I was right, because last week I was like, the psychopaths are going to fall in love, and what happened at the end of the episode?
I don't know if that's
No.
love.
They were in love. It's psycho.
Hold on.
I don't know if that's love.
I don't-
That looked like a lot of toys that looked very interesting to her.
As a form of love.
I mean, she seemed to like that room. A little too
I
much.
know.
She liked the
Little
room
too
better
much.
than him.
I mean, I'm probably not the only one. I may have been the only one in this podcast at the moment that compared Barbara to Anastasia and the ogre to Christian Grey. So,
Ow.
Read the books
Anastasia,
and I didn't.
the Russian princess Anastasia.
no, the main character in 50 Shades
Oh,
of Grey.
I didn't even know that was her name.
Me neither.
I
She
only
has a
do
name?
because the actress was on Jimmy Fallon.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird. She like. It's hard to tell. Like, did she smile? Because
She
what the
looked like
hell
she was starting to smile when they cut it.
She smiled.
Yeah, but she didn't smile. She just kind of her mouth went. Huh?
It
And
opened.
nothing like on her face really happened before it cut.
It went
So,
from
like,
blank
I'm
to
pretty sure it
like.
didn't do that.
It went from blank to smug. Without
Yeah,
the full
so, like,
smile,
what-
you know.
the hell was she thinking? Oh, he has a murder dungeon.
She's
Take
into
me
it.
now.
I mean,
She's
it's-
not thinking because she's lit 24/7.
This is true.
It wasn't exactly a murder dungeon. Well, yeah, that's where he goes to like do it, but he's got
Unwind.
what any like fan of weaponry would have on the walls of their home. Like, it just looks
No.
like a cool little side room that's got, like, some medieval-style weapons hanging.
No, it's a hidden room with handcuffs and chains. It's a little more than,
Right,
I
it's
have
50
a
Shades of
replica of a
Gotham.
sword on my wall. A little bit more.
Oh my gosh.
Barbara's into the kink.
She is.
Was
I
that
don't know.
even a question? I think
That's why she left Gordon.
Okay,
I mean,
and here's why
he's
I'm
got
saying that what
handcuffs.
happened this episode isn't character development. Because, yeah, sure, she's drowning herself in booze and whatever to, like, get over whatever she did, but we don't know why she did it. There's no reasons. There's nothing. So it's not character development, but what they're doing with her is interesting.
They did give her some really
Did I lag out
decent
hardcore?
lines too.
I feel like it is character development, just there's no story.
I
Yeah,
mean, there's no
yeah.
story.
There really isn't.
There's,
She's not changing though. Like this is already stuff we
but
kind of.
we're learning about her. Like, her person, like, she's not developing, but to us, she is. Like, we're learning more about her.
Okay, all right. I see the logic there.
I guess.
So, but anyway, the Wayne charity ball was in I'm gonna butcher this, the Fledermaus Gallery, which
I
is
didn't even hear
Nailed
that.
it.
which is actually German for bat. So, just a little,
Seriously?
yes, just a little nod to Batman there.
Very subtle.
At least this time it was subtle.
Yes, it was very subtle. They've actually gone pretty good on the subtle the second half of this season. So, but we got to see Bruce and Selena, and I actually really enjoyed their interactions there.
It was so cute. And then they had
Yeah.
that argument like a married couple in the middle of the charity ball.
Keep
It
your
was
voice
just-
Why are
down.
you talking about murder in the middle of a crowd of people? What is wrong with you?
I don't.
You know,
Bruce
they could have
literally
just
got
chalked
the
it up to
time.
video games. I mean, I wouldn't have killed her in that video game. That story would have been completely different if you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking to, like, two 12, 13, 14-year-olds, young teens, you're going to assume they're talking about video games or something like that. That's
I
going to be the
guess,
assumption if you
Right.
overhear killing, you know? You're not going to instantly
Yeah.
think, oh, these kids are involved in a murder, you know?
I guess, but Selena's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like what? Are you stupid?
Yeah.
But
But her walking in with her dress was like the funniest thing ever.
Oh, it was. I didn't like the top of the dress. I don't know what it was, the color pattern. I
I'm
didn't
the
really care
opposite.
for it.
I didn't like the bottom of the dress.
I thought it was too poofy for her.
I liked the poof. It had these weird, like, petal-shaped pieces of fabric hanging.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird. I liked
Bruce
the
looked
poof
good
and I
in the
liked the
suit.
bodice.
It was
Nice.
it's kind of adorable to watch Alfred calling Bruce out on his crush for Selena. He's like, well, so what if I do?
So what if it is?
What if?
What of it?
What we could do about it, old man?
Yeah, that was kind of adorable. And then to the same degree, we got the opposite side of the coin there with Selena back at her apartment with Barbara, and just the look of shock on Barbara's face when she found out Selena was going to the charity ball with Bruce Wayne of all people, and just had an entire like option of wardrobe sent to her place. It was great. That was worth it alone to see Barbara's face.
The line. We have a lot of work to do.
We have a lot of work to do.
That was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that one line was probably the biggest bit of character development other than the very end.
Hmm.
I still wouldn't call it character.
Yeah. I mean, at least it was intelligent.
It was. It wasn't like, baked or anything.
And she didn't say it through a bottle of whiskey. You know?
Exactly.
It's true. But we do find out that she's a outstanding member of the at least upper middle class here, because she's gone to this ball multiple times. This is not the first time she's gone, and she actually got an invitation to it. So
We've known she's high society since first 2 episodes because
Her law.
Harvey Bullock says, oh god, what does he say in the first episode? He says something about her being high society, that that high society girls are high maintenance or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Society girls are high maintenance. So we've kind of known she's been. Plus, she's got that fucking loft, and she doesn't appear to ever work. So
She's gotta have money somewhere.
The art gallery.
Yep.
yeah, like
Oh yeah, the one she just
she doesn't
mentioned.
work there. She never goes to work.
Just because we don't see her
makes
in
money
the art
for
gallery
her.
all but one time does not mean she doesn't go there.
Look, she's a shrewd businesswoman.
I just want to I don't want to stick up for Barbara too much here because I enjoy hating her, but we've never seen any of the characters go to the bathroom. Does that mean they never use the bathroom?
No, but my point.
Never see you
She
use
was
the
gone-
bathroom either.
Barbara never poops.
She was
It's
gone
unclean.
for 2 months. If she was gone for 2 months and Gordon was trying to get a hold of her, wouldn't he go to her place of work? Clearly she wasn't working for those 2 months. She was
No.
gone.
At least those 2 months, no.
Any normal person would have gotten fired.
Unless she owns it.
I guess.
That's probably the only reason.
She's a manager. She delegates. She doesn't have to. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's high society. She doesn't have to work.
But then we have Gordon's other girlfriend. We have Leslie, and I say other girlfriend because he's got two. I don't care.
He does not.
Leslie clearly appeared to be in danger. They pulled the wool over our eyes with that cat.
Clearly.
The
You know.
fucking cat.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Gordon's just in the apartment. You know that. I was like, oh, here it is. Nope, it was Gordon.
She whacked him in the back of the head with
Yeah.
the phone.
She's got good reflexes.
He deserved it.
And then after explaining the whole thing, Leslie's like, Honey Badger don't give a shit. I'm not going anywhere.
No. Who
She
thought
did-
she would?
She doesn't
I
care.
don't give a fuck. No.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I mean, just me personally, I'd be on the next fucking bus out of town.
Me too.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do
I gotta
with this
go
ogre.
bye.
I gotta go by.
No.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
like
if my
not
work
dying.
was that important, I probably wouldn't leave.
I mean,
Yeah, she's
It's,
also
it's
she's a
work
medical
versus
intern,
your
so-
life.
But to her, her work is her life. I mean, we don't really see she has any hobbies or anything like that.
she
Her
likes
work
to
is that
take
important to her.
very, very naked baths.
Yeah.
And fall asleep in the bathtub,
Typically
which
how
is
people
totally
take
safe.
baths.
No, she was very, very naked and worried.
That's typically, Nikki, how people take
know what?
baths.
She's
I don't
also
know
good
about
at-
you,
she's
but
also
I
good
don't
at-
go dig out my bathing suit before I go take a tub.
So she's also good at tying towels because that thing stood up like a motherfucker.
It did.
When she was running around the apartment. So she's got two things that she's good at.
I was actually
Besides
just
work.
trying to do like my hair in a towel like this yesterday or something, and I was like, how did they do it in the movie so perfect? It won't stay.
Bobby pins.
Yep. That was even better with the delay.
It was. It was. They do it with, they do it with bobby pins
Hey.
and super glue and probably a bit of styrofoam and cement.
Probably.
That sounds about right.
Prop
I mean,
department.
I can do the wrap thing on my head, but I have to stay very still.
Exactly.
Don't
Don't move.
The body
move.
wrap one, that just never works.
No.
No.
She's
it stays
like
up for 3
running around the
seconds.
apartment. You can't even like walk to the next room without that thing trying to come off.
She cheated.
Yeah.
There's Velcro.
It's
Yeah,
clear.
it's probably just like a stretchy thing or whatever.
But so she's worried about the ogre. Last week we talked about the ogre, how in the comics he was like this genetically altered experiment, and they kind of played on that a little, put a little bit of a twist on it. He wasn't exactly genetically altered, but he was genetically modified, in a way that he had plastic surgery. So,
So superficially modified.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was
More or
kind of a
less.
cool twist on it all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but that face.
Yeah, he was hot. Let me tell you. Just the...
Now I understand
Over
why
here.
his father laughs so hard when he goes, "Oh yeah," he's womanizing out there.
Mm-hmm.
Only his father knew.
That whole sequence with the father and the friggin' corpse in the bedroom was just so weird, man. Even
I
Harvey
don't know.
freaked
How did
out.
that guy live in that house with just a corpse in the bed for 10 years?
It's not like you could just close the door and forget about it. That's
No,
gonna
Exactly.
smell up the whole
Clearly
house.
he was fucking crazy.
That's gonna smell up the whole house. Like, do you guys remember in the movie Seven, which Nikki didn't watch? But they had that one corpse that they discovered that had been it was whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it. The corpse that they discovered that was around for like a year, and the entire apartment floor was filled with 10,000 air fresheners to mask the scent.
God.
Yeah. That's like the only way around it. There wasn't even a fan blowing in this place, so.
I mean, I don't even think the air fresheners would have worked. I think, that wouldn't have worked.
I don't know. I don't know how you could live like that.
Real corpsey upstairs.
So.
Get a little corpsey in here.
Yeah. We got a bit of Penguin. Last week we forgot to mention Penguin going in, trying to take over the bar, and pulling out, a pair of wire cutters, and snipping off the musician's fingers. We didn't really see anything to do with that bar this episode, which I thought was going to carry over, but we saw Penguin in his nightclub here. Mm-hmm. And Maroney drops by.
Yeah.
He's having a lovely conversation with Penguin's mom.
Mommy dearest.
That son of a bitch. That was a smooth move.
He knows where. Because I mean, when Penguin was working for Falcon, Maroney, he talked about his mom. He knew he was a mama's boy,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And that Mommy Dearest didn't know his secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she believes Maroney?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's disappointed in him and stuff. And she kind of went on that speech where it's I'll love you whatever you do or whatever. And then she just kind of stopped and was I'm disappointed.
Well, she didn't say I'm disappointed. She's
No.
I want you to tell me the truth. And he lied.
Mm-hmm.
She's oh, okay, let me start burying this deep down inside.
And repressed.
And taking the delivery boy out to the trash.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Unnecessary.
I was
Very
don't stab the messenger. Oh, you killed him.
Yeah.
He is dead.
The one thing I learned is you kill the messenger, it sends a message. So.
Wow.
Mafia insight with our friend Dom.
Yeah.
Lovely.
No, but and another thing we learned about Maroney is he is a phenomenal tipper.
Yeah.
You see that stack of hundreds he just threw on the table?
He had one
Just
drink.
Didn't give a shit.
I think he had a bottle of wine, so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
But he was sharing it with Penguin's mom, so.
Well, I mean, if you're a gentleman, you buy the lady a drink.
Right.
Obviously. Don't
He was a gentleman.
Yeah.
He bought her more than one drink.
Yeah, really.
Well, I mean, she's pretty crazy on her own, but
That's
you
why I
could
said
tell.
I think it was a bottle, but yeah.
The whole bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a touchy-feely kind of gal.
Certainly
The
is.
worst way possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, my favorite part of the episode was Edward Nygma. I can actually say that for once. My favorite part of the episode was Edward.
My goodness. Oh my goodness.
You know what? His riddle that he first threw out there was actually pretty decent as well. So, I mean,
It was a real riddle.
It was a real.
Yeah. I guessed wrong. I tried to guess before he said it, and I guessed wrong.
What was your guess?
I thought it was a knife.
Oh.
Which would have been more fitting with how he kills him, you know.
Right.
Maybe that's why they chose a knife for him to stab the guy with.
But the answer was love.
Yeah, the answer was love.
Oh, so he killed that cop that was abusing poor Christian Kringle.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't help but think, because I know Santa Claus is a villain, I can't help but think that she is his daughter.
Cool.
So, yeah, I every time I hear the name, it's just I think.
I wonder. I mean, he was like, "Oh no, I'm stabbing you. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Dude.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's like,
dear.
oh dear.
Oh,
Oh, no.
golly.
And he's standing with a bloody knife, like, oh no. Oh no.
But the best
Uh-oh.
part is he's the perfect person to get away with it. He's got like the whole Dexter thing going for him. He works in forensics.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought when he was. After he like did the riddle, I'm like, go kill him. You can get away with it. I mean, you know exactly how to take care of a body.
Mm-hmm.
Several
Okay.
problems, but like, why wasn't he wearing a glove?
I don't think he
should know
expected
better.
himself to do it, but
He
then
didn't
he
plan on
did.
killing him.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think he's gonna leave the knife around either.
Brought a knife, so.
Well, I
It's not like
mean,
he's gonna leave the murder weapon there.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know
definitely
what
not
he's
going
gonna
to leave the
do.
body there.
He knows
No.
ways to dispose of things. He's a very intelligent person. He can melt down that knife if he wanted to, which would be in his best interest. But I don't know. I'm really excited for where they're going with Riddler. Unfortunately, we only have 2 episodes left.
Yes.
yes.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot going to go on now. We know that the ogre's still running loose. Right? He's got Barbara with him. We know something's got to go on there.
He's going to chain her to the bed.
Well, I mean,
Torturing.
didn't Gordon like realize like, oh shit, my last picture at the charity ball was with Barbara. He's got Barbara. Oh my
Barbara.
god. He's like running out of the precinct.
Yeah.
So, yeah, something's gonna go down there. That's obvious.
And I can't wait for Leslie to get inevitably jealous, and then the relationship is butchered, and he ends up with Barbara again. Can't you guys?
But, no.
You guys just not
John,
wait
shut the fuck up.
for that to
We
fucking
already
happen?
know he's going to end up with Barbara. It's not a
Don't know
surprise.
that.
It's not a surprise.
We don't know that.
We do.
You're
How
in.
do we know that?
In the comics.
I just told you. I
No,
just told
they-
you how it's going to happen.
No, but they have said from the beginning, don't expect this to be the comics.
Yeah, he's
Right?
going to
Am I
marry
wrong?
Barbara.
Am I crazy to think that?
You're right,
The-
but he's going to marry Barbara, and he's going to lose Leslie right now. You can
They're
predict
not
your
going to
shit
change
with Psycho
something
Barbara.
so dramatic as that. That's like the
Yeah,
biggest
How is
part
that
of.
dramatic?
It's like the biggest part of the Batman universe.
Batman is the biggest part
No,
of the Batman universe.
is not the biggest part of his own universe. I'm talking about in terms of other characters because
look,
that's what ends up leading to like Batgirl and all that. I don't know.
Batgirl, yes, that's the only thing it leads to, though. You can literally have Batgirl be anybody else.
She's Batgirl's mom though.
Oh my god.
Lee even says it.
look. I'm just putting my bet on the table.
I'm gonna
He's gonna
stop
get
watching
freaked
fucking
out that
show
Barbara's
if
hurt.
They've lied to me.
Look, he's gonna freak out that Barbara could get hurt. Leslie's gonna get jealous. He's gonna leave him, and he's gonna end up with Barbara because they're gonna
Let's
fall
forget about
madly
what's
back in
gonna
love.
happen. Let's forget about what's gonna happen in this universe. Let's look at the character of Leslie. Does she seem like the person that would get jealous?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
No, but
She is not. We've seen
I don't
from
think
the beginning she's an open person. Like, she's understanding. Like, she knows
She's
he's
li-
not in love
no.
with her.
I know.
She's not the same level of jealous as Barbara,
She's
but
not like
horror
overboard
writers.
crazy, but she's the kind of to be like, oh, so you were with her? Well, if you want to be with her, you could be with her, and that's fine, and we can
He's
still
saving
talk,
her
and that's
life.
the end
He's
of
not
it.
going to be with her.
Listen. I know, but the writers have an easy way out to get Barbara and Jim back together. and they're gonna fucking take it. No, it does not make sense for Leslie to freak out, but she's probably gonna.
I've said this a lot. I'm gonna stop watching the show if that's the case. There are many cases.
A lot.
I will stop watching.
I love the fact that Cleo's like, if they follow Batman canon, I'm done. That's it.
Fucking out of this shit.
Fucking know what I'm saying. Fucking know what I'm saying.
Oh boy.
I don't even know where to go with this.
I don't know. Where do we?
So do you guys have anything else to talk about for this episode?
I liked Bruce and Selina's little scheme to get the key at the ball. That was pretty cool.
No, it was logical. She's a
emergency handshake. Oh, wait.
Wait, I
shake my hand
again.
Yeah, that was funny. They're working together really nicely already, and I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that'll set it up so that when they are both grown-ups, they won't be like completely sworn enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, Omi, are you laughing at chat too right now?
So we have Rachel in chat saying Cleo is pulling an Omi in this show because Nikki here, she's usually the one raging over things like this.
I'm pretty much every show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much every show. I'm like, I'm just, you know what? If this happens, I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'm not watching it anymore. I think this is like this and iZombies are the only show I've not said that.
It's because they're so new, though. That's part of the other thing. With other shows, like a lot of the other ones you watch, you're so invested in them for so many years, you've grown to follow certain characters and you expect certain things out of them.
Yeah.
Whereas this is kind of new for you. Cleo knows a lot of these characters. She's familiar with this, but
let me tell you, because it's not the reason I'm angry. Is not because I know these characters. It's because I'm looking at this Barbara, who's a piece of shit. And I'm seeing what they've done with her as a female character, and to think that they could write what's her fucking name? Leslie? I'm so angry
Leslie.
I forgot.
Leslie.
Think that
Leslie
they could
Tom.
write Leslie with the same in consideration that they wrote Barbara. Infuriates.
Oh, I'm not saying at any point is the writing for Barbara ever going to be as good as Leslie. I'm not even going to say the character is going to be.
No, that's not what I'm saying either.
But there's also, it's not like at the start of this show that Gordon just met Barbara and hit it off and they've been having issues. They've been together for an undisclosed period of time. There's years involved in there. There's a whole relationship that they had that we're not familiar with. We don't know how their whole thing started and why they fell in love in the first place.
Yeah.
So you have to take all that into account, too. So Gordon may not exactly be over her.
And the other thing is that they kind of reversed the roles in some aspects of their relationship. Because in the original story, Gordon was the one who had infidelities in the relationship. He had an affair with one of the desk workers at the police station.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, Barbara hooked up with her ex-girlfriend who worked, major crimes. So they kind of swapped the infidelity end of the stick. And so, I mean, if that had happened to Gordon, I don't think we'd be looking at him in such a favorable light right now either. So, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting enough that they did that. Because, him cheating on Barbara was like a big, big, big deal in the comics, obviously.
Right.
And it was kind of like the generic cop thing to do, So I guess that's like why they avoided it in the show, because like a lot of shows have done it before.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting how the dynamic has really shifted, but also that Barbara's poorly written.
Yeah,
so it doesn't help. Like if she was a well-written cheater, this would have been a hell of a lot more interesting to watch.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I'm sticking with the canon because up till now they've they've been really close with the canon, if not spot on. Just switching a few minor things, like you said, the infidelity role was swapped. Anything they do like that, they're just switching around with characters. That's not to say, I can't say with 100% certainty that this Barbara is not going to be Gordon's wife or whatever. I'm about 90% sure that she's going to end up with Gordon. That's how confident I am.
As am I.
So, it has nothing to do with me wanting her to, whether or not she's written well. It's just based off what we know about the universe.
Right. It's just probably what's going to happen.
Yep. So.
But who knows? It may not happen in these 2 episodes. Maybe it'll happen.
Oh, I don't think it's even
going to
happen this season, to be completely honest.
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, maybe Barbara will grow to be a semi-decent human being by then.
I'm gonna love when there's a point in the show where Barbara's character has turned around so much that Cleo's like, I'm actually starting to enjoy her, and then I'm gonna be like, hey Cleo, remember episode 20 of season 1? Go back and watch our podcast.
I like her now that, I want her and crazy person to be in love and be like...
Yeah, but we know he's gonna get caught.
Super villains together. Can I have that one thing? That's not that much to ask.
We know he's going to get caught. It's not like he's going to get his happy ending and run away with Barbara and they're going to go off into the sunset.
Villains can have their happy endings.
Maybe he doesn't say the safe word and she accidentally like chokes him to death while they're...
Whoa!
And then, yeah, Barbara, she's just all like guilty and stuff. And she feels bad.
Guilty of pelvic assault.
Yeah. Anyway, next week is called The Anvil or the Hammer. And the ogre breaks down Barbara's emotions while Gordon and Bullock go to great lengths to track him down. Meanwhile, the Penguin leads a massacre, beginning an epic war, while Bruce learns the truth about Wayne Enterprises and Enigma deals with his recent actions.
Yeah, I'm sad for Enigma, because he...
No, Lee! No! Lee says, one day I will see myself in Barbara. No!
No.
Because I'm not actually a person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, definitely not going to happen. So, judging by this synopsis of the next episode, if we could just... the ogre breaks down Barbara's emotions. Things are not going well. She's not going to be happy. We haven't
seen her happy once in the show.
No, but he's going to start, like, slicing her throat and shit, and she's like, oh, wait, this is bad.
No, I think he has multiple ways to break a person, and this is going to be completely mind manipulation and stuffs. He's just going to break her down with words. You know, play with her brain a little bit and swish a spoon around.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking at her now as a potential wife. You know, like those other 12 girls that he's taken pictures of and has tried to groom to be the perfect wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he sees that in Barbara, so he's going to give her that treatment. He's not just going to go straight to, hey, I'm going to kill you now. You know, he's going to put her through the tests. So that's probably where the emotions are coming in. Because he sees a lot of himself in her.
The same way you see a lot of yourself in Barbara.
No!
So I think that about wraps up our show. Nikki, where can the people find you?
Dom, stop being so toxic.
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Pusheen, at No More on Twitter, and at Nahajim, Nhojm, on YouTube to do some Let's Plays.
Excellent. Cleo, where can the people find you and all your Barbara-like qualities?
You can find my Pusheen at, and not my face, at Cleomoto on Twitter and the socials, and on Twitch at the Cleomoto.
You know what? Pusheen
she doesn't even want to show her
like
face, just like Barbara.
Pusheen! The way you said it sounded like a really dirty word.
Pushing.
I don't want to see you
Pushing.
pushing anywhere.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find... No?
I'm not even gonna do it.
Wow, she's that mad at me. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace. Oh wow, it's back. And right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast. More podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week, all of us with the exception of Clio because she hates us now.
Because I will no longer watch this show.
We will see you next week.
Oh, the Flash.
Bye, Internet.